Yeah, it's a great question, and I think before I answer it, we should probably bring some perspective into this discussion, because without that, we're just going to be chasing our tails. The first thing you need to recognize is that you should count yourself as fortunate. If we are heading into a recession, and look, if you're in this business long enough, you're gonna hit a few recessions during your career. I've been through three or four of these. They're not fun, but there's a lot of good that can come out from going through one because you have to be more creative, you have to be more inventive, you have to work smarter. I wouldn't say harder. You have to work smarter. And these are things that typically, if business is great, like it has over the past few years, and you don't have to do much, they make you soft. So this is an opportunity to really grow. But let's go back to this idea of perspective. As a solo professional, or even if you got a couple of people who work with you, you get maybe a small team. Let's put that still in the solo bucket. You're not a big agency with 500 plus clients. Okay. An agency that has 500 plus clients, if they lose 20% of their business, either because they've lost clients or a lot of clients have cut back, so 20% of their revenue, we're talking layoffs. We're talking not just one or two people, they're laying off a lot of staff. Okay. That is an unfortunate situation. And that's what you see in recessionary times. And you're starting to see that with some agencies. When you're a solo professional or you got a small team of maybe a couple of writers, how many clients do you need? But let's just say five. Like, let's say I have five good clients. If you lose 20%, that's what? You lose one client. Okay. One out of five. It's much easier to replace one client than it is to have to replace 100 clients if you have a big agency. And you can focus on replacing that client quickly. You can do some other things in the meantime, because if you want to be strategic about how you fill that gap, you can find some, maybe some agency work. There are a lot of things you could do in the meantime to fill that gap. And when you do find a client, it's so much more easy to do that. The second thing I would say, so that's the perspective. Let's not lose perspective. You're in a really good situation. I don't want people freaking out. Fear it just leads to bad decisions. Your creativity is stifled. So don't go to fear. The second thing that I would do is I would go after companies in my target market that are either already well positioned for a recessionary environment or that have pivoted their messaging, their products and services to do well in a recession. Products and services can fall into one of three categories. Okay. They could either be nice to have, meaning for their audience, right? The target market. They can either be nice to have, they can be important, they could be urgent. When times are good, you can get away with clients that sell products and services that are nice to have or important. And if they're going to do well, you're going to do well. When we enter a recession, you need to go after clients that are positioning themselves, their products and services and solutions as important or urgent. Okay. When that happens, their business is going to be solid, which means that your business can be solid. They're going to have marketing budgets and you're going to be in a much better position to help them. And your business is not in as much risk. So take a look at who you have right now. And if you notice that the way some of your clients are presenting themselves and their value is really, kind of a nice to have value proposition, I would start looking to possibly replace them or get ready. Okay. Examples of that. So technology or products and services that enable companies to cut costs. Technologies, products, services, and solutions that enable organizations to do more with less, to move faster than their competitors, to, in the B2C space, value products. So high quality, low cost. Okay. I think you get the drift. So you got to be more strategic. Don't lose perspective, and then start going after the right prospects, and you're going to be fine.